Hello and happy Friday. This is Steve Dawson, President, CEO of HFI, coming to you with your weekly address. This is for Friday, April 14th. I can't believe we're already halfway through April and headed towards May really quickly. I got a nice hairdo going on right now. I'm getting a haircut later, so I won't be as woolly next week when you see me. This week's message has to do with feedback. When most of you were hired, if you met with me or if you watched our video, you heard me say, the thing about working at HFI is we want your input, we want your feedback. So if you have a question, ask it. If you have a better idea, let's float it. And if you have a problem, raise your hand. Let's fix it right away. That feedback loop is really important for us, really important for you. The other types of feedback that we're looking for would be feedback on quality. So if we have an issue with deliveries, if we have an issue with our BIM or coordination, there's a dimensional bust. If we have something that didn't come out of the fab shop correctly, if we have vendor problems. Now there are a lot of vendor issues right now. We're finding equipment that was produced during the COVID era and then after having a lot of issues in control boards and weird leaks and just abnormal, really. And we need that feedback because we don't think that we should take the burden of a poor product that came out of the factory. Another type of quality feedback we're after is anything related to rework. So we want to understand what happened. And the name of the game in all of this is learn from it, get better, and have prevention. We're not out to have a witch hunt. We're not out to yell at anybody. It's this feedback that helps us improve our quality. A group of you just met last week, some construction foremen looking at the BIM to fab process, and we really appreciate that feedback. It's extremely important to us. Likewise on safety, we need the feedback. We're making job site visits to make sure our job sites are running smoothly and we don't have any hazards that we're not aware of. If you do have hazards you're not sure how to deal with, please get with Tyler Blackburn and we'll get out and help you. If you see a hazard that's not being addressed, or you see something that could hurt someone down the road, please let us know so we can go mitigate. We're also looking for near misses. Last year we sent a video where we're looking for near miss feedback because we can't take for granted that something that happened or could have happened won't happen again. We need to get out there and try to mitigate any type of issue. So please report the near misses. With service, if you have feedback, if you are a tech, please get to your service council. We want to make that service council work for you. We want that feedback. It's a group of your peers that meet with management and we kick the tires and we try to make things better. So if you're in service and you have some kind of feedback for us, let's get that to service council. You can always stop anyone in dispatch or Dylan, Hup, any of the account managers, Nikki, Darren, anybody in building 2 will help you if you have some feedback on how we could get better at service or if we're having an issue that's slowing you down or impacting our clients. Another survey we're going to work on, and this is called engagement. So this is, they call it ESAT, in engagement, satisfaction, or employee satisfaction. And what we want to know for our people here at HFI, do you feel empowered? Do you feel satisfied in your job? Do you feel engaged in your job? We want to get that number. We want to measure it. And we think that's a function of how well we're leading and managing the company. So we're going to be sending out ESAT surveys, so look for those. It's important you answer those honestly because that is the only way we're going to grow. It does us no good if you know there's a problem and you don't report it. That problem can't be fixed. As far as clients, now there's a CSAT, which is a client satisfaction survey. We're working on making that really simple and having a one-question survey which asks our clients, would you recommend HFI to someone else? Well, that would tell us if they would recommend us, that must mean we've done a good job. If they say, no, I wouldn't recommend you, then we can drill down and figure out why and try to correct the situation. The feedback loops help. We need to know how we're doing. And to do that, we have to go ask. Most of the time, if something's not going well, it isn't reported. And I'll ask each of you to think about a time maybe you were out at a restaurant and the service wasn't that great. You probably didn't complain, but the next time that you had a choice of where to go out to eat, you didn't pick that restaurant again. And the sad thing is, they don't even know that you had a bad experience. You're just not going to show up. And I wonder for our company, how many clients maybe had a bad experience, but they didn't say anything. They're just not going to call us again. And that's important that we go out and figure that out. We do get some really good news from time to time, and we get that from our clients. We get those unsolicited, and they celebrate an employee or a crew, and we knock it out of the park. We get a 5-star review. So for those employees that are getting those, keep it up. I'm going to start highlighting some of those in these weekly addresses. So we'll tell the story of who did great, and maybe your name will be mentioned for outstanding client service. That's what we are after. We want to be great. We want to provide great service. We want to be at our best every day. Speak up with your feedback. Gives us an opportunity to get better. And be safe as always. Thank you for listening. Have a great week.